I've got a guy who's a musical expert on the show this morning. Shagana to man like, actually, wow. Now that I'm talking about it, the first time I met AKA, we met him together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were fresh in radio too.
Fresh, man.
That's like 2014, I think.
Wow. Jeez. No, actually, it's earlier. It's actually earlier. Let me check the dates, right? But wow. Damn. So it's actually crazy that, everything that happened and all of that. Let me ask you this, right? When you woke up on that Saturday morning, how did you find out about that?
I was actually out. I was out, we were having drinks, and then just all of a sudden on the table, I'm being told, yo, have you seen? I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
And, we were in talks with his team because his album was already, scheduled, the rollout plans.
Everything.
And it was just like, what? You feel me? I was just bumping the album because the label had sent the listening link. We were excited for the whole thing. So, it was a spanner in the works. It was too sad.
It was crazy for me because literally the coming week, he was coming to the 254.
Yeah.
And then all of that happens and everything. What?
It's crazy.
It's crazy. But man, if you don't know, Jinx is the man behind Boomplay, Artist and Relations. Yo, let me break it down to people. Whenever they hear A&R, unajua unasikia gamziki, unasikia A&R. What exactly does an A&R do for a musical label, a DSP?
Yeah. So the core role is to develop marketing plans and execute them. So, now with the DSPs being the main distribution point for music, because A&R was traditionally for labels. So now at the DSP, you also need someone who can be able to find the strategy that works for you. We have playlists that suit different genres, different moods, different eras. So, we just curate those playlists, and outside of the app, or whether it's social media advertising, whether it's media plugging, whether it's out of home, those are some of the plans that we develop for key releases.
That's
and
dope.
Execute them.
Yeah, because I hear a lot of people who talk about music and everything, and they're like, "Hey, manzeni kona ngoma mob."
Yeah.
Lakini sijui azibambi aziendi what, all of that. So it's good to have that strategy.
Yeah, I mean that's the most important. It's important to make good music at the end of the day, but once you have that music, bro, you have to push.
Yes.
I see guys doing bare minimum on the day of release. They make one post and forget about it, and you just think that music is gonna magically appear in people's faces. Nah, you have to grind it out. You need a 3-month plan, 6-month plan, 9-month plan.
Yes.
You can promote one record for a whole year if you just have the right strategy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's deep. Now, we're here today. It's World Telecommunications Day.
Yeah.
Man, last year, I swear to God, I didn't even know this existed.
It's fairly recent though,
Yeah. So there's so much that's happening in that space, and this year it's all about empowering the least developed countries through information and communication technologies. Man, IT's been big over the last couple of years and all of that, and this is an industry that interfaces with music a lot, right? I've seen so many different strides by so many different telecommunications companies, in the music field, right? Like, I'll give you an example. Where was I? Samsung collaborated with Jay-Z for Magna Carta, right?
It's huge.
Samsung, of course, getting the album to drop on the Samsung device, right?
Yeah.
And everybody was like, what?
Insane.
This is before
servers
Spotify.
crashed.
Servers crashed and everything. That was huge. So when you look at telecommunication and the impact of music, how would you put it?
I mean, it's been incredible. I'll even speak to the existing partnership that Boomplay currently has with Safaricom.
Yes.
Right now, if you just dial *544 *6#, you can actually buy a Boomplay bundle directly from Safcom. So those are some of the ways. And, when you think about Boomplay, we're talking about a catalog of over 100 million. I don't know if most people understand that we have all the music.
That's a lot.
Everything you want to listen to is right there on the app. And, the growth has also been consistent. We're now over 95 million monthly active users. So, in Africa, the market share is crazy.
Yes.
And in all these markets where we're in across the continent, you'll see partnerships with telcos. It's very important to be able to exist in that ecosystem because they have access like crazy. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like everybody has a handset.
Yes, literally. And they've got the data as well.
You feel me? So having those unique bundles like what we've done here in Kenya with Safaricom and in other markets in TZ, in Ghana, in Nigeria, similar partnerships exist.
Yeah.
They've been pivotal in creating that ecosystem. And even if you think about a product like Skiza Tunes,
yes,
that really changed the game. Like from ringtones to Skiza Tunes, it became the main revenue stream for most artists at a point.
To date as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it still is.
Yeah.
Now, think about it like this, right? If there was no telecommunications companies partnering with you guys, how do you reckon that would be in this day and age? Imagine if telecommunication companies said no to you guys.
It'd be tough, man. I mean, the internet has leveled the field a little bit, but still, like you can't get a conversion like when you have a telco. You know, like they've literally become part of us. Like, bro, when you wake up in the morning,
yes,
what's the first thing you probably do? Is check your calls and texts and emails.
Pray, then I drink my water. That's how I do it. I don't know about, it's not that important.
It's not that deep.
No. But I'm kidding. I know what you mean.
You feel me? So
Yes.
like it's literally been a crazy part of our life now. So yeah. And even if you think about the internet, telcos enable that too. So
Yeah, true. I mean, music distribution in this day and age without the internet, how?
Yeah,
It's deep.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this now. In terms of mobile penetration, you know, there's the guys with the smartphones, there's the guys with the future phones as well.
Yeah.
And when you go mashinani, there's so many. What do you call them? There's so many guys who have the feature phones and still want to be able to listen to their favorite music and all of that. What are some of the things that you guys have been able to do to those guys, Ukokwa ground, in partnership with the telcos and all of these different internet companies?
well, I think what I'd say to that is, a company like Tranjon, for example, that's part of our group.
Okay.
They definitely make like budget, like proper budget Android. So, even for like 5K or less, you can get a decent enough phone on Android where you can be able to download the app. Because now Boomplay is available on iOS and
Yes, on Android
and the Play Store.
Yes.
Yeah. So you have to be operating at least under those
two
OSs.
operating systems.
Yeah.
Yo, it's interesting that when I think about it, right? I was talking about it back in like 2009, trying to stream an album.
Bro. Like those are the days where Napster and Warp Trick and
Napster was it.
Yeah. And that was illegal at the time because those guys are just seeing the gap. Like the internet is coming, the access the internet has is crazy, the penetration was going crazy. So these guys are just switched on. They saw it early. It's just that they didn't do the work of getting the proper licenses to distribute the music.
Yes.
But they kind of like proved the business model of streaming. Yeah.
But now I like that you're here. You've seen Snoop Dogg last week. Snoop Dogg at a conference talking
he
about
was pissed
streaming,
about
right?
the revenue, yeah.
And if you're just locking in, of course, I've got man like Jinx, big man when it comes to music in the 254, A&R at Boomplay. Now, this is a question that I want you to, explain to me as the expert. What's going on? Because Snoop said, you look at it in the sense that you've got like billions of streams, but that doesn't equate to what do you call it, to how much revenue you're getting. And of course, Snoop has been around, bro. Snoop gave us Doggy Style in what, 92?
93, yeah.
93, thereabout. So he's come from that whole generation of selling CDs. You knew this is the amount of money I'm getting from the distribution label connection and everything. But Wagwan, what are the complaints? What's going on?
So it's a tough one that the DSP industry is trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Only because it boils down to the user. What's happening now is guys are paying a subscription
Yes.
of like maybe between $5 to $10, right? That's like the
And $10
global average.
It's very high end.
And that gives you unlimited access to music.
Yes.
See, now that's the challenge, because in the previous model, you'd buy the Snoop Dogg CD, and that's the only CD you have that you're listening to.
Exactly, yeah.
So now you can spend $5 and listen to all the music in the history of the world ever. Like you can listen to everything.
Luther Vandross.
For that one subscription.
To Lil Duck. Uh-huh.
So now you wonder, what's feasible? Now, can you now start putting a paywall behind every record? Or do you increase the subscription? And when that happens, will the user base now look for alternatives? So, because, you know, like how Spotify proved it is, you know, they did the whole freemium thing. So they offer it for free.
Ads.
And then they upsell you at a point, right? You know, Boomplay, you can also enjoy the music for free. And then you can pay a subscription for that experience as well.
Exactly.
So, you know, that's simply how the industry sort of like converted its user base. So now you have the users, but it's like, damn, the artists are feeling some type of way, because how do I have all these guys?
Yes.
But the money doesn't reflect. But it's just the business model.
So let's put it into perspective, right? When Get Rich or Die Trying dropped 2007, 6. No,
Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yeah, 2003, right? And it's gone over to sell millions and millions and millions.
10 million.
Yeah,
sold.
10 million sold, right? In the US alone, right?
Yeah.
So think about it. How much was an album going for? Maybe what, $10?
$10-15, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So the labels already made the card, distribution, what.
It's 100 million plus.
100 million plus, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, they've chappered the minus, we gave you an advance, this, that, and everything. So you are assured tangible amount. So now, put it to me, who's about to drop an album? Beyonce just dropped an album. It's gotten X amount of streams over.
Yeah.
Can she get an equal amount as to what?
Impossible.
Literally impossible.
Yeah. Because just look at how much a single music user is paying. But also, the advantage of DSPs is the access to different markets. So back in the day, you know, in music, you'd probably hear of very few artists in like Europe, for example, Asia, South America. Like the US was like the standard, I guess, but other markets weren't getting as much visibility.
Yes.
But now, because of DSPs, because of the internet, because of this new way of consuming music, Vycek can now be the biggest artist in the world. Burna Boy, you know, like these guys now are playing in the big leagues.
Yes.
Because of the access the DSPs and the internet has given us. So it's a double-edged sword in that way.
It really is. But so you know, you've said that DSPs are really trying to figure it out. But from you, the way you see it, what are like 3 of the ideas you'd see this can be achieved?
Guys have to pay more. The subscription has to be more, I think. The music user, like, guys are listening to a lot of music.
Yes.
To simply like than paying like nothing.
What, $5 or something?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So that's tough.
I think the subscription needs to go up.
Subscription needs to go up, man. You know, it's interesting as we celebrate World Telecommunication Day and some of the things that we've been able to achieve, you know, with the partnerships and everything. Right. So how would you summarize it as you know, as you celebrate World Telecommunications Day, you as a guy who's interfacing with music every single day, trying to use technology to make the artists happy, make the consumers happy, how would you sum it all up?
I think we're living in an incredible time. There's so many tools out there that can help you ease the way you do your business, from managing your copyright, you know, to like transparent digital analytics of your demographic, so you can make informed decision on how to move, who's listening. Like, it's super targeted now. And also, I do feel like innovation is just crazy. Like right now, sky's the limit. You can develop your own solution. You can leverage existing technology and build upon that with something that you feel lacks in the market. I mean, the SaaS industry is growing exponentially.
Yes.
So, I mean, come on, there's so many opportunities now to innovate and leverage on technology. So, I mean, on World Telecommunication Day, I'll just encourage everyone to look at all the gaps as opportunities.
Now, you've said that from a very, industry perspective, right? Now, I want you to rephrase that and put it for all of the young guys who listen and they aspire to be a Lil Minor, to be a BN, to have their music going out to the world on tours and everything. How would you like, just this as Jinx telling this guy is on the come up, how this is the how-to manual of getting into?
Well, I don't know if we have enough time for that, but simply I'd say focus on the art, right? Focus on your artistry. Really take your time in the studio. Trust me, when you're starting out, you always believe you're ready, you're a star. But I'm telling you right now, you have to put in those 10,000 hours.
100.
Be in the studio, record. Find a circle of people that you can share that music with. Get feedback. Feedback is very important, and don't be around yes men, right? So when you get that feedback and, you get to a place where the music is actually good as far as quality especially, then go out here. Come out here on social, test your music out on TikTok. TikTok is the #1 music marketing tool right now. Do a dance, do an open verse challenge, do remixes, collaborative, whatever you want to do. That's a very good place to start. And the ad spend is like, anyone can afford that.
Negligible.
Yeah, bro. You can put together $100 and invest it in your dream.
Yes.
And do TikTok and Facebook ads. You feel me? So go out there, man, test it out, and then when you're ready, come to the DSP, send us an email, tell me I have an upcoming release. How can you help me position this record? I'll listen to the record, I'll give you a few pointers, and do the same with the other DSPs.
Yes.
And that's how you start moving.
There you go. While Telecommunications Day being celebrated right here on Fast with the Hits Trace FM, we had to get the man who talks music. Yo, listen, for that consultancy fee, damn, expensive. Shouting out to man like Jinx.
Appreciate you, dog.
In the building.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Let's go.
Tulifanya nini jana?